A Midsummer Night's Dream and The Winter's Tale. Up next, taking a trip into the past.
The walk through time starts with the last glaciation, about 25,000 years ago.
About the movie Back to the Future and its predictions about life in 2015, we found a place in Middleborough to go back to the past, 12,000 years back. The Robbins Museum of Archaeology is a hidden gem right outside the center of Middleborough, run by the Massachusetts Archaeological Society. Museum Director David Demello.
The focus of the Robbins is the presence of the native people in this region, not only their past, but also their present. Of the more than 160,000 artifacts that the Society has in its storage, we have over 4,600 on display.
Artifacts range from clothing and beadwork to tools and pottery. Some go back up to 12,000 years and were found nearby.
The Wampanoag display is a site in Middleborough that's been inhabited for 9,500 years. We have this collection of what people consider arrowheads, but bows and arrows didn't appear in this area until about 1,500 years ago. This point just to the left of the one on the right is about 9,000 years ago, so it couldn't have been an arrowhead. What was it? A knife, a spear point, a dart?
200 dolls make up the Doyle doll collection, all of them made in the 1950s by native people throughout North America. A snapshot of a moment in time, says Demello.
We have the walk through time. The walk through time starts with the last glaciation, about 25,000 years ago, and takes you up to the present. We have a display of pottery. In this neck of the woods, pottery doesn't survive long. You find small sherds. There are a number of people who are extremely skilled who can assemble those back into the form that they are.
Demello's favorite artifacts on display are on loan from the Peabody Essex Museum.
If you buy a drill now, it's unidirectional, meaning clockwise the bit bites in the wood, counterclockwise it comes out. The drill that we have in that exhibit is 12,300 years old, and it's made to do the same thing. The native people are so technically and aesthetically advanced than what people imagine.
They may not have built pyramids, says Demello, but the Native Americans were as impressive as people anywhere on Earth. And he adds, there is living proof.
There is an impressive ignorance amongst the general populace about the fact that native people are indeed still here. So not only that they're here, but they have a vibrant and strong community.
The Massachusetts Archaeological Society was founded in 1939 by a group of amateur archaeologists who were fascinated by the material they were finding all over the state. Middleborough, it turns out, was a popular spot for Native Americans because the herring run is one of the biggest in the country. So if you were a hunter and gatherer, Middleborough is a great place to be, still is. And that is Chronicle for tonight. Thanks very much for joining us.